Hello creators and crafters, and welcome to this next episode, finally, of Alli Crafts. So in this episode, what I'm going to do is upcycle this picture frame with a very not me picture in it, and I'm going to turn it into this. If you like the way this looks and how it turned out, stay tuned and get ready because here we go for Alli Crafts. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove all of the glass and matting so that all you're left with is a bare, simple frame. When I first found this frame on the side of the road next to somebody's trash can, I thought to myself, I could definitely turn it into something. And when I looked at the back, I noticed that it was taped down. If you realize that it's taped in, do not let it discourage you because all you have to do is remove it. And you can see here when I'm removing it, the struggle is definitely real. I had a really hard time at first removing it until I realized that it's not so hard if I just take a knife, or I had my screwdriver and I just scraped it off really fast because that was a little bit safer than worrying about cutting yourself with a knife into the tape, and then I just peeled it off and then ripped the backing out. I do want to caution you that whenever you are removing the glass, be very careful. I had a hard time removing the glass at first because there were these really strange little tabs in there. So eventually what I ended up doing was pulling the tabs out. So make sure that you're very careful, the glass doesn't break in your hand, and let's get on to the painting. So you just flip your frame over and then get something to protect your grass because I don't think your neighbors would appreciate you painting the grass. At least my neighbors wouldn't, and I really didn't want to paint my grass, so I just grabbed some cardboard. And what I'm doing here is I'm just moving it around, painting it, and making sure I get all of the edges. And then in here, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get that area as well, because once you hang it on the wall, you're definitely gonna be able to see that area. And I didn't want it to be white, I wanted it to be the same color as the frame so that it was all complete, unified, one single color. And I felt like for me and my style, this would look better. But of course, if you don't wanna paint that inside rim and you want it to have a different color, if you wanna add sequins or beading, that's cool too. And now comes the part that really adds some character or dimension. I like to sand my projects a little bit so that it adds a little bit of character, of course, like I said, but also it shows a little bit of the gold underneath, and then it doesn't look just like a flat plastic black cheap frame. It kind of makes it look a little bit more elegant, and I really like this after effect that it gives whenever it has that dimension. Whenever you look at it, it's not, again, all just straight one color. Now we are almost done, so just flip the frame over, grab your staple gun, grab your string, and we are going to just staple, staple, staple. So I'm just stapling randomly, crisscross, zigzag. I don't actually have a pattern that I'm following, and eventually I'm gonna put it on the sidewalk for you guys to see, but it's a preference thing. You can go in a pattern if you want, you can go across horizontally, you can go vertically and then angle, but I really kind of wanted it to just be random and just go kind of, you know, all over the place. You want to make sure that you put a good knot in here at the end so that the string doesn't slide out. Now what you can do is you can tie it just how I'm tying it so that it keeps it nice and tight, or if you just want to make a knot, however you please, just make a knot. But make sure that it's nice and tight and that it's a big enough knot so that it doesn't slide out under the staple and it really holds strong. The next part I'm going to show you is how to staple the wire so that you do not see it whenever the frame is hanging on your wall. This was my preference. If you don't mind your wire showing, you don't have to do this, but I chose to staple mine right here above the ledge. As you can see, there's the edge right there, and you're just going to want to make sure that you staple it to right above. And then I wrapped it around, and then I pulled it up where I thought the nail was going to hit and made sure that I stapled it so that the wire didn't pull up above the frame. And alas, it is complete. So you just want to make sure that you get it up on the wall as soon as it's done so that you can truly enjoy your new craft project. And I got it up there, made sure that the nail was nice and center so that it wasn't crooked. And here I am putting on my photos. So I'm just going to time lapse this really quickly and show you me putting my photos on. I kind of just put them on haphazardly. I didn't really have any rhyme or reason, but I just did what felt right and balanced. So there you have it. My project is complete, and now I have an excellent spot to display a mass amount of photos from our travels. And the best part about it is every time I want to change the photos, it will be fast and easy because I just have to print them and pin them up. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you really liked this video, and if you could just give it a thumbs up, that would be really cool. Have a good one.